What's going on? Welcome back to the JTP UnCut YouTube channel and YouTube show. Best debate show on the tube, no cap. Best debate show in sports media. Undisputed. Shining Skip. What's that? What is that? What is that? What is that? First take? Stephen A? Who is he? I don't know what that is. But let's get right to today's video. We got the GOATs in the building. We got Tim for the Tim Sports Talk. And we have Jeris from the corner in the building. And we got a quick little rapid fire to start the show off real quick. We got 3 topics we're going to talk about. The better catch between 2014 Odell Beckham's and the 3 fingers of George Pickens. We're going to talk about most surprising teams around the league, most surprising bottom feeder, most surprising division leader. And this will be the last chapter of Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers. We'll start with the first one. What was a better catch? Pickens or Odell? We want to start with the George Pickens fan over here and Mr. Tim. That's his full start.
Well, Jeris is a big fan of him too. So, we're both huge fans, and that catch
you understand though, Tim,
was incredible. All right, and he did unfortunately drop another one later. And so that was sad to see. And then he also short-armed another one-hand potential catch. So I would love to sit here and hop on the bandwagon of like we should have taken him over Jahan, but I have to temper it a little bit because of the other ones. But onto the catch. I can't give him that this was the number 1 catch. All right. Odell's catch was literally 3 feet. I still don't know how he caught it to this day. Sorry. Apologies on that. But I still don't know how he caught it till this day. He got pass interfered. It ended up being a touchdown. He brought it in with literally 3 fingers. I feel as though only like 3 people in the world could have done that, and Odell Beckham was the one that did it. So I loved George Pickens' catch, but I have to give it to Odell.
Corner.
Of course. Odell. I used to be a huge Odell fan. Huge Odell. That catch. That's an impressive catch. That's impressive. That's what you call an impressive catch. That's the one that I'm not going to say I couldn't make, but I haven't made. So that's an impressive catch. And it was pass interference, and it was a touchdown. And it was on freaking Monday. What was it? Monday Night Football? Thursday night?
Or, yeah, one of the night footballs, yeah.
And the jump was behind his head. So, like.
To be fair to Pickens, though, that thing was behind his head, too. Like, it was actually a...
He can track it, though.
Yeah. It was almost a perfect, like, comparison, except for the fact that Pickens didn't catch it with 3 fingers. He caught it with his whole hand, which made it a little bit, quote-unquote, easier, and he didn't pass interference with, to your point, with the tracking. But it was still an absolutely stunning catch for George Pickens. I loved watching that live, but... Odell still. Odell, I don't know when or ever will we see another catch better than the Odell Beckham catch. That was amazing, and I love Chris Collinsworth's reaction to it.
Unless he does it.
You think Odell can beat it?
Yeah.
What can Odell do to possibly beat that? Not that you have to describe it, but I don't know.
Catch on his head, bro.
I would still put that over the catch of David Tyree. Like David Tyree's catch was insane, but Odell's catch was absolutely nasty. So anyway, all right, seems like we agree there.
Oh yeah, so we got that.
I agree.
Most shocking bottom feeder in the NFL, the most shocking teams in the bottom division, and the most shocking division leader. Let's start with Jeris.
I gotta go look at the divisions right quick.
Sure, go for it.
Tim, you going?
Well, I want to go second, but
I'll go. I'm gonna stay on. So, my most shocking division. It's our division leaders. The Jacksonville Jaguars. It's 2-1.
Heck, man.
Jacksonville.
You got it there, Jeris?
No, I ain't have it, but I didn't even get
Jacksonville. Wow, cannot believe, and they just shellacked the Chargers, just destroyed them.
38-10 against that defense. That is insane. How did they lose to us?
They put them in the gift wrap box and sent them an L.
How did they lose to us, skunk the Colts, and then destroy the Chargers. How does that make sense?
Obliterate them.
Someone make that make sense. But go ahead, Jeris.
The most shocking bottom feeder would definitely be the Bengals.
The Dolphins.
Dolphins most shocking. Yeah, they just beat Buffalo.
I always was a believer in Tua though.
Yeah.
And then you say the most shocking bottom feeder, as in with
bottom of the division, like
that we're shocked to see.
Yeah.
I'm actually shocked to see the Raiders 0-3.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Like, how do you have all those weapons and like I told y'all Derek Carr wasn't. It's not I told you so. You have all those weapons and you can't do nothing. Oh, who did they lose to last game?
They lost to Tennessee.
Tennessee, you lost to Tennessee.
Yeah. So that's why I wanted you to go first, because I didn't know which bottom feeder you were going to say. So
Tennessee,
I was going to say the other one. And actually, the Bengals is a great one there, too. I have one other bottom feeder. Then I'll go to my most surprising at the top. Actually, do I really have to go to the most surprising? You know what? Here's my most surprising at the top. Oh, they're not going to be at the top. I was going to say if the Giants win tonight, they may be on top. But actually, Eagles have 3 conference wins, so they will technically be on top. So never mind. No, Jacksonville, for me, is the most surprising at top. Everybody else at the top of their division. Actually, the Bengals not being at the top. So Browns being at the top is kind of surprising.
Yeah.
And then Miami. But I'll say Jacksonville as well. That one's... At the same time, is that surprising? Because that division's terrible. Because I said the Colts were not... But the surprising team is like the Titans. Because the Titans should be better than 1 and 2 right now. But anyway. Yeah. All right. The most shocking bottom to me is the New England Patriots. When have we ever seen the New England Patriots at the bottom of their division after 3 weeks of... When's the last time we've seen that? Ever, like, in the last 20 years?
They ain't got my quarterback, Mac man.
Yeah, Mac did get hurt. So I think that one's surprising, especially considering they have the Jets in that division. Jets upset the Browns. So that put them above the Patriots. So I'm kind of surprised to see the Patriots there at the bottom, but Raiders is a good one too, because that one's definitely surprising.
Yeah, that's definitely surprising. Definitely surprising. And we have Rodgers, Brady. Is this for the last time? Is this the last hurrah? This is the last chapter? Is it going to end after this? Or are they going to play again in the playoffs? Or how often is going to shake out between these two incredible quarterbacks in their history? Let's start with the core.
Well, I don't want to see that crap no more. I want to see that no more. That crap not entertaining no more. 2 old bums.
You can't even say that.
Oh my gosh. He said 2 old bums.
They both old, bruh. I don't care about that no more. Those battles are never going to be. Ain't never going to be what they used to be. So I'm good on that. What was the score last game? 14-13.
14-12. Yeah, missed 2.
That's even worse. I don't care about that.
That was kind of disgusting. That was kind of bad.
Come on,
I say we see Tom Brady again next year. And it'll be an Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady next season.
0-17.
This is not the last time we see either one of these guys, because both of them are like at threat of retiring after the season. You know, Aaron Rodgers, I feel like he's mentally kind of being very weird off the field, and he's being very cryptic in a lot of ways.
He is weird.
But I say no. We see both of them, and it'll be week 1 next year. We see them again.
Put something on it.
I wouldn't be shocked to see that.
What odds are you giving me?
That's
a pretty specific thing. I better get some odds on that.
No, I ain't no odds.
Odds is plus 500.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's got to be something pretty high. But anyway, that's my prediction there. And I think they see each other in the playoffs. So I think we're gonna get 2 more Brady versus Rodgers.
I think we're going to get 1 more. I think because Giselle's going to probably try to blow Tom Brady's head off. He keeps trying to play football. But another talk for another day. Let's take a little rundown around the National Football League, Week 3. Let's start with your favorite game of the week. Start with Jeris.
My Falcons. My Falcons beat the Seattle Seahawks. Something that Denver couldn't do. That's my favorite game of the week.
Good old favorite game of the week.
mean, even though it wasn't Ritter, it was Mariota. Still your favorite game?
Still my Falcons, because we already know who the franchise QB is. We're gonna see him eventually. And my boy Drake London once again shows why I love him.
Drake a dog. I like Drake.
Yeah, he's having a great year.
Aubrey Drake London. His name is Aubrey Drake London.
Which is the actual receiver that Ron Rivera and them wanted, by the way. That's the one thing they actually got right.
Right. I actually hated this week of football.
That's why I chose to. That's why I chose. That's why I chose to.
I hated the upsets that happened because a lot of them I bet on.
Woo!
So I was irritated that I kept losing. And it's such a weird year in football in general. So I'm going to go with the bet I did win, and it came down to the wire. Russell Wilson finally showing up in the fourth quarter, driving his team down the field, beating our boy Yuki's San Francisco 49ers in an ugly 11-10 football game. It was a defensive battle, back and forth, and that's what I'm going with on a Sunday night. And I'm hoping that the Dallas Cowboys versus Giants gives me something more entertaining. But I'm going with that as my favorite game of the week because you know it was not ours.
Oh, no. I guess my favorite game of the week was seeing the Jaguars shellac the Chargers like that. It was good to see Doug Peterson getting put back in the limelight. He got so disrespected in Philadelphia. They was kicking out the door. Get out of here. You stink. You suck. You won a Super Bowl, but you suck. Okay, cool. Blew it week one versus Washington. Man. We blew it, man. We blew it. Same old Jags. They like the Jag all the time. Same old Jags. Oh, they always beat Indy. No, they always beat Indy. They just went to the Chargers and then what? Shellacked them. Oh my gosh almighty. Justin Herbert was playing what? Destroyed them. What? That's my favorite game of the week. Because I was just shocking. They dismantled them. Like it was bad. Bad. So, speaking of Jacksonville Jaguars, that kind of, gets to the next point. Kind of, a nice little rollover to the next topic at hand. The Jacksonville Jaguars are leading the AFC South right now, 2-1 after 3 weeks. Can the Jaguars hold on to this division and win the AFC South?
No.
Let's start with the corner.
Hold on to what?
To the lead in the division.
No.
Who win the division there?
That's a great question. That division worse than that club.
Which is exactly why the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to win this division.
I can't say the coach. I told y'all they need to stop Sam Ellinger. Matt Ryan is not good. They wasted money on him.
Somehow beat the freaking Chiefs.
I think the Titans figure out a way to pull it out. Because of their run game specifically. And their coach. So I think the Titans probably winning at like 9-8, something stupid like that.
I actually do agree. I think the Titans should be the favorites to win this division, even with how the Jacksonville Jaguars look. The Titans, when you look at their schedule, they did get completely shocked by the Giants week 1, but upsets happen. Then they got shellacked by the Bills. Okay, the Bills are the Bills. And then they did beat the Raiders, though, right? And the Raiders are 0-3, but they're a tough team at 0-3. So I think that the Titans should be the front runners. I love this Jacksonville team. I think they're still 1 year away, but I can't lie. I mean, that was a great win and a decisive win over. Their last 2 weeks have been decisive. 24-0 over the Colts, and then 38-10 over the Chargers. Trevor Lawrence is coming in to show why he was that number 1 overall pick. 28 for 39, 262 yards and 3 tugs against this really great Chargers defense. They added some pieces over the offseason. That team is no joke, but they also have 17 carries, 100 yards from James Robinson, who had a huge day. Like, they're a dangerous football team, but I think I would give the Titans a slight 55 to 45% chance to win this division. But that's tight. That's basically a coin flip. It could go either way.
I can agree with that. I can't disagree with that at all. So, your craziest upset of the week.
Craziest upset of the week.
It had to be the Jaguars.
I gotta be the Jags. I fancy Jags.
Ain't nothing else an upset.
Oh, I'm thinking the Miami over Buffalo. And what makes it crazy is if you looked at the stats of this game, how in the world did Buffalo lose this
Allen
football
threw
game?
63 times.
Dude, he had 400 yards and 2 tugs. They over doubled the offensive production as far as yardage for Miami.
Yeah, Miami, yeah.
Right? They had a missed field goal that screwed them, and they had a turnover on downs at the end of the game. Right? It's pretty wild that Miami somehow found a way to win this game. I see Teddy Bridgewater threw 2 times in this game. Is that for a reason? Did Tua get hurt?
Tua.
I bet when he went down with the whole head controversy thing, they threw Homie in the game for a couple plays.
I'm not sure, but okay. So Tua's going to be okay for the future, right?
I think he's gonna be fine.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's like Tyreek Hill only had 2 catches, 33 yards this week. Like, I don't know how in the world Miami found a way to win this game, but good for them. And I think that was a huge upset for them. Because Buffalo was running away with everybody's number 1 seed. Miami finally threw a wrench in the power rankings, which we'll get into soon. But it's an interesting debate now who should be that number 1 team in the league. So, but I would say that was a massive upset for several reasons. Miami over the Buffalo Bills.
No quarterback should throw 63 times. I don't care who you are.
It's
So
45 should be the cap.
Right.
If that.
I say 50.
Oh.
Yeah, they did lose a fumble as well, but like a missed field goal. So, yeah, and I guess they just took too long to score points. Is basically they had a 9-minute and 22-second drive.
They couldn't score too fast.
Yeah, they wish they scored faster. But a 9-minute and 22-yard drive that started at their 2-yard line and ended at Miami's 11. That's insane. So I would say that was a big upset. But anyway.
Yeah, I agree with both of you guys' upsets. The Jags, I know how that shellacking was. Did not see that coming. And the Bills actually losing the game this early, definitely did not see that one coming. Also, the Chiefs losing too was kind of a big one too.
That's a huge upset. That is a good one too. And I wanted to mention this.
Not coming at all.
I mentioned this to you, Protech, before we went live. The Colts are a microcosm of the NFL, right?
Yeah.
They really are. They tie the Texans. They get shellacked by the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Yet find a way to beat the Chiefs. That is they're 1-1-1. They're one of the weirdest teams right now in the NFL. That is a very odd situation, but that's how the NFL works. And we'll get into why I think that's an interesting point later when we talk about Washington. But yeah, you never know what's going on in the NFL. Start Sam. We'll get into more of that later.
Sammy E.
Sam Allen.
So, quick new segment for this one, and this is Donkey of the Week. What player gets the Donkey of the Week? Who effed up? Who played like trash?
Oh,
Donkey.
you go first. I already know who I'm picking.
Donkey of the week. Interesting.
Donkey of the week. Donkey of the week. I want to go a certain player, but I'm trying to decide if I want to continue to pick on San Francisco or not. Donkey
I'm
of
picking Jimmy
the week.
Garoppolo.
You are picking Jimmy G?
I'm picking Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm not being nice. I'm sorry. That safety was egregious. Egregious.
Well, no, it actually ended up proving to be huge.
It was bad.
Because he threw a pick six on that play. But even though they lost. But yeah, Gridiron Yuki says also Jimmy G, Wild Goose. Wild Goose shouldn't have been on the field. It's not his fault.
He should have been on the field. So, yeah.
That's funny.
Donkey. Second was Kendall Fuller.
I'm going to go with Donkey of the Week is the Buffalo Bills offensive coordinator for breaking the tablet after losing the football game. He threw a tantrum in the booth and broke a tablet. I'm going with that as my Donkey of the Week. Come on, bro. You're a professional. Keep it together. You're like a 50-year-old dude breaking tablets. Relax. That's what I'm going with. What about you, Jeris?
That's hilarious.
Kendall Fuller.
Kendall Fuller.
He was definitely trash.
Why was he the Donkey of the Week?
I already answered that.
Huh?
Abused.
Used and abused.
I saw a picture of him. Look at our Kendall Fuller, and it's 4 times he got mossed in the game.
Horrible.
Just over and over and over again.
How you get burnt 20 yards off the ball?
How do you get burnt 20 yards off the ball?
I don't know.
Only Kendall, man.
Kendall. So let's actually go ahead and get to our quick break real quick before we get some more things.
All right.
Got 6-star comments here. Let me make sure that I don't have any more crazy things here. Wild Goose. Yeah, I did see that comment. Oh, we'll go ahead and I got 7. Yuki asked this question. Do you think the AFC West is overhyped? We'll start with Tim.
I'm going to go with yes, actually, because I'm not huge on the Rams right now. I think the Rams will still find a way to win that division.
AFC West, AFC West.
Oh, shoot, I'm sorry. The AFC West. Oh, are they over? That's a great question. That's a much more interesting question, too, because obviously that was the one that got all the hype. I figured it was the NFC West since he asked the question. So, sorry, since he's a big NFC West guy. But, all right, AFC West. That's a tremendous question there. I'm going to say no. And I understand the Raiders are right now 0-3, but they played some good teams. I think they're going to bounce back. They're going to have a good year overall. Chargers, they lost to an in-division rival with the Chiefs. Yeah, they just got walloped, but Justin Herbert was injured, so that I'm sure had something to do with it. It looked like he was favoring those ribs. Denver's going to figure it out eventually. I just don't like their coach, but they have way too much talent on that team, especially defensively. And then Russell Wilson, eventually, he has too many weapons to continue. They haven't scored over 16 points yet. I think they're going to figure it out. And then the Chiefs are tremendous. I think this was just a fluke where they lost to the Colts for whatever reason. But it's a great question because, yeah, give me 3 more weeks and I can start to agree with you. But I think they're going to start to bounce back, all 4 of these teams in the division.
I agree with Tim.
Okay.
But Oakland done.
You think Oakland's done?
Vegas is cooked.
Devontae Adams made a mistake leaving Green Bay.
True.
Hey, he got that bag. He didn't care about it. He didn't care about
He got a bag all he wanted. He on 3-2.
He's 0-3.
He counting a paycheck. He don't care about no money. He don't care about wins and losses.
Imagine going from Aaron Rodgers to Derek Carr. Ouch. But go ahead.
I know Brady's marriage is at risk, right? They talked the whole Tom Brady thing.
Yeah, because apparently, I'm sure that had something to do with his 11-day absence or something.
Yeah.
And he's also taking an extra day off per week. I don't know if it's truly at risk or not. Obviously, I'm not in their room, but
we're not
in their house to understand. but I don't know. I feel like there had to be some sort of sign off by his wife to come back. Like, do you think he just did that unilaterally to come back to the league? Like, he was like, "Screw it, I know you're mad, but I'm going back anyway."
Yeah.
Like,
it's like me or Tim saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do what we want to do. We're gonna be like, oh hey, I don't want you to go out no more. Don't go out with your friends no more. Oh, I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna go outside. No, that's not gonna happen.
Like your wife would like, and they've been married a long time. Like, this is not just a fling that the what do you call them? Celebrities have, right? Like they have several kids together. Have been married. How long? What have they been together? Like 15 years at this point, married. Years. So yeah, I think she had to have some sort of sign off, and I think he is making ways to see her rather, and their kids by getting an extra day off per week to be home, but 5 days a week he's going to work.
I can definitely agree with that. So next question is from Adela here. And can we sign Blake Martinez? He can help confuse offenses when we shuffle in with the other linebackers. Jeris, are we going to sign Blake Martinez?
No.
Okay.
No, we're not going to sign that.
We're not signing anybody. If we sign anybody, it's going to be a random that don't make no sense.
But we also, Blake Martinez is not going to all of a sudden fix our defense because we need secondary pieces at this point. Like, the linebacker is really bad, but it doesn't matter right now if you have Kendall Fuller, Wild Goose, and Bobby McCain, Derek Forrest.
Shout out Lloyd for agreeing with me finally too.
Yeah, like it's so bad. And you have Jack Del Rio coaching him up, so it's
Jack Del Rio. Stop trolling y'all. Is there an offensive linebacker corner we can trade for? There's several targets out there, but we'll let Tim and Jeris get y'all a couple.
You know what? Yeah, trade Tiz. I've seen enough. If anybody I'm trading right now. Goodbye.
You say goodbye.
If you continue to play like this by the deadline, goodbye. Goodbye.
Is there an offensive lineman, a linebacker, or a corner you would sign right now? We need
trade for.
Oh, to trade for?
Trade for.
Trade for. Interesting.
I trade Tiz for Jesse.
I wouldn't make any trades right now. I would, if anything, I would be trading away pieces for picks so that I can give my new regime opportunities to rebuild their team.
If that new regime is coming.
That's what I would be doing. I would be trading away pieces for picks and getting ready to start my rebuild.
I do. I'm on the phone with Cincinnati. I do Tiz for Jesse straight up.
Jesse Bates, Tez for Jesse Bates.
I don't know Jesse Bates, bro, but
that would be a nice.
I don't think Martinez got trade value right now, though.
But there's no one piece that's going to fix this defense or fix this.
It's a start. It's a start.
I would just rather trade Tez for pieces or for draft picks rather.
No, not with them. No.
No, then I would fire them.
The new regime.
Yeah.
They're not getting the new regime.
Well, this is what I would do. He asked me what I would do.
Oh well, so you will get rid of the new. You'll bring in a new regime and then trade. Okay.
Yeah, I would bring in the OC for Detroit. He's young.
Our defense suck.
The offensive mind. He's willing to give his best players the football. With Swift and Amon St. Brown, they get the ball a ton in this dude's offense. Give me Detroit's OC as my new head coach of the Washington Commanders.
Oh, you lost your mind.
I could rock with it. I want a young offensive mind anyway. I could rock with it.
Go get Eric Bieniemy.
I would love Eric Bieniemy. Somebody who don't got a job yet, which I think is absolutely good.
But the only thing about Bieniemy is this team needs a hard note. Sean Payton. That's what they need. Sean Payton cursing everybody out. That's what this team needs.
That's a high ask for Dan Snyder. Don't want to coach.
I would say, Sean, here's 5 years, $300 million. You're not turning. I don't care. You Sean Payton.
Hondo.
I mean, Sean Payton only won one Super Bowl, and he had Drew Brees.
That's so funny.
I don't want to retread. And also, Sean Payton had a ton of 8 and 8 years when he had Drew Brees.
7 and 9. Don't be nice. 7 and 9.
7 and 9, 8 and 8 years. Give me the Detroit offensive coordinator, dude. And you could be like, "Oh, you don't want to get a team or coach from a bad team." Hello, Sean McVay. Hello, Matt LaFleur.
Hello, Sean Payton.
Hello, Kyle Shanahan.
Hello, Kyle Shanahan.
Kyle Shanahan can stay where he at. I'm
not saying bring those guys here. We already let them go. But they went and hired coaches from a bad organization, aka the Washington Redskins. And I want to go hire a coach from a bad organization, aka the Detroit Lions.
Give me Sean Payton.
And they looked great. I want to go get my young offensive mind head coach, draft me a quarterback, and let's ride. Russell Wilson, let's ride.
All right, so I agree with Tim with the offensive mind thing. I see where Jeris is going with it with the whole Sean Payton thing. Sean isn't coming to Washington. He wants to coach in America's team. America's team. He got Cowgirls. That's where he want to go. He want to go with the Cowgirls and all they.
One offer to Sean, you get 5 years, $100 million, complete control.
Jerry might say, "I'll offer you the world."
The thing about Jerry Jones is he's never going to give control. And Sean Payton will have very little on what the
Sean Payton's one of the only ones that could maybe demand some.
No, he won't. Not with Jerry.
Okay, it's a simple question for Tim. Are you doing the game later, bro?
Yes, we'll be doing the game.
Cool. He said, "How are we all doing?" I'm doing well.
Doing good.
Tim, how are you, Tim?
Doing good.
Jeris?
I'm good.
Okay, let's just get back to the points at hand. So, shout out to Early Eyes with the start. Comments are very appreciated. Let's get to the Washington game.
Let's not.
Just kidding. We'll do this in the Monday night game. We'll get out of here. All right. Washington got shellacked by the Philadelphia Eagles. I was at FedEx Field. And I saw a bunch of green, bunch of ops everywhere. There was so many ops. I didn't want to be there no more. It was disgusting, and I didn't want to puke. We got destroyed by them birds, 24-0. I ain't giving them 8 points.
That's what I'm saying. I agree.
Destroyed. And Devontae Smith, 8 catches, 169 and a touch, and most of them were in the first half. Thoughts on his day and how the heck did this happen? Jeris, take the floor, please.
I mean, most of those came on who? Matter of fact, not most. All of the big plays except for one came. Well, one of them wasn't even a big play. It wasn't even a catch, but whatever. Give it to him. All of the big plays was on Kendall Fuller. That's how. That is how. You play against Washington. I don't care whoever your number one receiver is. He's going forward 200 yards. Just throw it to Kendall's side. That's how it happened. It's easy. Easy.
I'm gonna put some cold Billy on Bobby McCain too, though.
Oh, thank you. He's trash.
He's awful. I'm tired of seeing him.
He's not even like, how do you get that deep? He's not even deep. You don't even see him. The safeties usually be in front of the receiver. This dude is completely behind him running to try to catch up, and you're the free safety. Bobby McCain's trash.
Tim, what are your thoughts on Devontae Smith's career day, and how the hell did this happen? It's speechless.
Take your phone off mute. I meant your
my thing off mute. Sorry about that. No, he was tremendous. He had a great day, and he the thing about it is that we hate on Kendall a lot, and Kendall has earned a lot of the hate. but he was there a lot there. Like, he was there to make the contested to the catch, but Devontae Smith was just coming down with it anyway, right? Like, he was awesome yesterday. And, you know, I was a hater of him coming out. I did not want to draft him in the first round because I thought he was going to get pushed around at the NFL level. But apparently nobody has figured out that this guy is only like 160 pounds soaking wet, and nobody shoves him around. He just goes up and plays big boy football and absolutely dominated Mr. Kendall Fuller. So, and then, you know, I still actually think that was a catch on the sidelines. I went back and watched it. And I think it was a catch on the sidelines where when he caught it here, and he got it, his left foot was down, and he was bringing it in. And yes, the ball was moving, but the ball's allowed to move as long as it's in your possession. And then he got the right foot in, and I thought that actually would have been a tough challenge to overturn if they actually threw the flag. So I know that a lot of people give crap for Ron Rivera for how he handled it, which I agree with because he did think it wasn't a catch. So you need to be faster at throwing that challenge flag. But I think it may have been a blessing in disguise that he actually did not get that challenge flag off because it could have been a wasted timeout. And it still could have been a big play because I think the call would have stood, not been confirmed.
Disagree.
Is what I think the call would have been. But anyway, no, Kendall Fuller just got dominated. But really, our run defense actually held up pretty good, but our secondary just got dominated on every level. Because I think it was Benjamin St. Juste that gave up that touchdown to A.J. Brown on the slant pass.
And didn't attack the ball. He wanted to tackle him.
I mean, A.J. Brown just looked way bigger than him and just boxed him out. He had no chance of getting to that ball. So
they didn't make him play 10 yards off. He had a chance.
Well, that might be true too. But AJ also had a huge day. So yeah, our secondary as a whole. I mean, even Cameron Kroll was making mistakes, like that big
mistake.
Well, at least the one mistake. I don't know. We'll see how the film if he made other mistakes.
Which pissed me off because he knows better. But
he just
outside of that,
attempted a tackle.
Outside of that, my boy was out there.
I think St. Juste got beat twice, but I could be wrong. At least. But, you know, that's what happens with corners. I actually like St. Juste overall on the day. I just wanted to be, I guess, factual about it.
Yeah, they need to stop playing them a million yards off the ball.
Yeah, I would like to see. But even though we did see a little bit more press, like our defense actually wasn't.
They went away from it.
True, but our defense was actually not all that bad yesterday.
They showed moments when you actually played press. But Kendall was trash, period. But, I mean.
But our run defense stifled the big time. We decided we were going to try to stop the run, and we did that for the most part. But the problem is we just couldn't get after the quarterback. And Jalen Hurts actually had some inaccuracies. I thought we had a good defensive game plan. We just couldn't do jack squat on offense.
Well, Will Jack.
We couldn't do a daggone thing on offense.
They need to put him outside. Figure something out with Kendall.
Yeah.
You were saying,
so Will Jack and Benjamin St. Juste. I think that would be a better cornerback duo, especially if you play some press man.
Kendall at free.
Because your boy, our boy, suggested slot. I said, heck no. He not even nibbling.
Jamin had 2 sacks last game.
Jamin had 2 sacks?
Yep. Jamin had 2 sacks. I won't bring it up in a second.
Maybe we should start using him as a pass rusher. It makes sense.
Yes.
As I've religiously said already. Jamin Davis at linebacker has more sacks than Montez Sweat.
Yep, in one game. He has 3 sacks and Montez has 0. Let's go. That segues to the next point. Mm-hmm. And most impressive Commanders performance yesterday, I think we kind of already know the answer to. And the most disappointing. Start with Tim.
Tressway was the most impressive because the rest of the team was terrible.
Disagree.
I mean, even Jahan had a drop. Terry had a drop. You know, I know that he's going to give, I guess, Gibby a game ball, but you had 30 yards on the game. So that was great. But no. The worst, I think one of the worst players of the day, if not the worst, was Carson yesterday. we'll see more on the tape, but Carson was absolutely horrible. Very inaccurate, holding on the ball too long, not escaping the pocket. Now, the offensive coordinator didn't help him out, and the offensive line didn't help him out in some cases. The receivers didn't help him out in some cases with drop passes. But at the same time, he looked so out of sync and so off, and that's what everybody said we'll get every once in a while with Carson Wentz. There's up and downs of Carson.
And I
You just wish.
disagree with that.
Well, he looked horrible yesterday. There's no disagreement
He
there.
was trash yesterday.
Okay, there you go. So there's at least one down. We'll see if there's more downs throughout the year. But that's at
I
least one
believe the
down.
down is more so because of his horrible coaching.
No, Scott Turner did not help him out at all.
And Ron.
Well, I don't know about Ron. Doesn't run the offense, but
He's the head
It is.
coach.
yeah, but it's still Scott Turner's
And,
offense.
and we're going to address that stupid comment that he made. We have to address that. There's no way that we can go on this joke and not.
I shared that with you as soon as I heard it. I was like, I couldn't believe that he said that. I could not believe it.
Yeah, I was insane.
So
But worst player of the day, so I'd say Carson because I was disappointed. He needed to play better. And then best player, of course, was Tressway. Anybody else, I think, was just
I'm gonna go
up and down.
with the player that actually gave us points, Deron Payne.
Yeah, the
Deron and the worst Kendall. Like
worst performance. I'll give his offensive line. it was the whole line. I'm not giving them names. All of them were trash. From left to right. Leno, trash. Schweitzer, trash. Norwell and Trey Turner don't need to play no more. Lucy said last night, they need to be benched and bring some fresh blood in there. I want to see Sadiq Charles. I'm tired of seeing these old fools that can't move. And then finally, I said it out.
Nah. We ain't that desperate. Nah.
Bro, they
No.
Tim, I want to see Tim.
Nuh-uh.
Give me Tim at left guard.
Nah.
Give me Tim.
Anything with
Give me you
Sadiq.
at left guard. I'm tired of seeing these folks. They stink. They're horrible. They're disgusting. And then Sam Cosby was hurt, trying to give it his all. He was getting pushed on like a
Anything
rag
with Sadiq.
I'd rather see you
Nah,
at
bro.
left guard than Andrew Norwell. He
At the end of the day,
Protech said start. Protech said start Sadiq. We said Chris. Unmuted
I'm
his
asking
mic.
the wrong paint at left guard. Norwell can't move.
Oh,
look, we should do what I've been said do all along. Go sign Eric Flowers.
oh.
Like
Never
it's
come.
like you gave Trey Turner money. You can't give that to Eric Flowers right now. Somebody who actually knows the offense.
Trey Turner there for a paycheck, bro. He don't want to play football, bro.
Like,
I would like to see Chris Paul. Actually, Chris Paul's an interesting guy.
Cool. I want to see
All right.
Chris at left guard.
Sign Flowers and then bring in Chris Paul.
I'm willing to check that, but Sadiq, boy, please.
Bro.
I put Tress Wade in there before I put Sadiq in there. Keith Ishmael, y'all know I don't like him. I put him in there if I put Sadiq.
Actually, you know what? We need to go Nick Martin at center. Wes Schweitzer go back
Where's
to
Wes
guard.
Martin? Wes Martin was all right.
We
don't want
signed
Wes
him off
Martin
waivers and
around.
then we cut him, didn't we? But anyway,
Yeah, we
Nick
cut him.
Martin at center. Wes Schweitzer goes back to guard, and then we bring in Chris Paul. And then if that doesn't work by week 5, then you go ahead and call up Mr. Eric Flowers.
Deal. I'm cool with that.
Carson might be gone for the season by that time. We need to call Eric Flowers right now.
Also, yeah, shout out to you for bringing this up. Prayers up to Miles Garrett. He did get in the car accident today. Prayers up to that man. Hope he heals up soon. No life-threatening injuries, of course, which is great news. But prayers up for his healing and his family be all right and everything else. Yeah.
Okay, so
prayers up to that man.
he didn't get hurt at all?
No life-threatening injuries. I don't know what the specific injuries are though, but they're not life-threatening though. So
What about football playing injuries? Is there any of those?
We don't know.
No, okay.
It just happened today, so we already know.
All right, fair enough.
They probably,
Yes.
probably know.
Well, I hope
more
he's
tomorrow.
okay, and hopefully he comes back because he's
But-
one of the best players in the
What-
league, best defensive players.
All right, so let's do a little bit of grading We're gonna grade the offense, defense, special teams. I kind of know what the offensive grade is. We kind of can skip the offense. This is great, the special teams and defense, because we are kind of know the offense.
Yeah.
They're getting an F, right? So yeah, we can go ahead and grade defense, special teams. Start with Jeris and then Tim, and we can go ahead and move to.
I give special teams a B-. Dax Mill had a couple good returns. Like Tim said, Trustway, I give him a B-.
I'll give him a B. I'll give him a. Well, we still haven't attempted a field goal. That's the weirdest thing. Like, so the field goal unit gets an.
No, we did. Didn't we attempt the field goal? Oh, well,
yeah, but it got canceled.
Yeah,
we got the ball back.
Yeah, it got canceled. So
I just took the 3.
We should have just taken the 3. Yeah, so I would say that the offense was a big fat F, and then the special teams I'll give a B. Honestly, I think the punting unit was an A. Kickoff was like an A-, but they're going to get a B because field goal unit still has yet to be seen. I'll go with a B- actually on the defense. Kendall Fuller brings the grade way down, but we actually stopped one of the best run games in the league on the ground. We actually stifled that big time. We also, what I liked about our defense is we didn't really try to attack Jalen Hurts. We tried to contain Jalen Hurts, and we did a good job of for the most part, of keeping him inside the pocket and trying to make him beat us rather from the pocket. And to his credit, he threw it up to his receivers, and his receivers came down with it. But we also saw quite a few inaccuracies from him. So I'll give our defense, actually, I thought they stepped up for the most part going against who I think is a very stout offense. And we gave up 24, which is not great, but I thought was okay given the circumstances, and we stifled the run game, and there you go.
All right. So, got you guys' grades. I completely agree with both of you guys, B- to B on the special teams, and anywhere between a C+ and a B- on defense.
What did Jared give the defense? What did you give the defense?
Yeah.
I didn't think he gave a grade.
I ain't about to do that. All right,
You ain't got to. I will.
That's fine. It's better than 36 last week.
Were they?
It was 36 last week. And they couldn't get a stop to save their life.
Yeah, but they gave up more points in the half than last week.
But they still didn't give up more points over one game.
Well, they didn't give up a touchdown until Carson fumbled it inside our own red zone.
Look, I want Jack Del Rio gone. So any chance I get to run my mouth to possibly somebody catch wind of it, they actually listen to me, I'm belittling them as much as I can. F.
I thought our defense actually.
And I said they had some good moments, but trash.
And to the credits defense, I already mentioned it earlier. Yes, Kendall Fuller got absolutely mossed several times, but at least this time he was in position, whereas last week, nobody seemed to be in the right position. Amon St. Brown just left wide open. Swift just left wide open. Like, several other receivers just left wide open throughout the game. So, at least this time, it seemed like we actually had a good game plan on defense. We were just going against a really good offense, and then our offense. You know, imagine if our offense was actually able to stay on the field and just sustain some drives yesterday, where how good could the defense have actually been with a solid game plan to slow down the Eagles' offense? We'll never know what it would have been, but I wish we would have seen it.
Agreed. So I think the last thing we'll talk about the game. We'll put this all into one thing because we're kind of running out of time, so we're going to rapid fire this. Is the offensive line the worst Commanders unit on the roster? Number one. Number two, does Ronnie be questioned as the head coach and roster builder? And are you Ron's plan, as Louis will say, or this ain't it? He got to go. I'm tired of it.
That's going to be a perfect segue to what I said earlier, too.
The floor is yours, Tim.
No, go ahead, Jared. You said a segue. What did you got?
Go ahead, Jared.
What was the first question again?
The offensive line.
The offensive line the worst Commander?
No, that's the secondary. No. Secondary is clearly by far the worst unit. So as far as Ron goes, that comment that he made, the stupidest comment that I've ever heard in my life. You say that if we think that our best players, our three best players are our receivers, like what he say?
He said something along the lines of, we can't go into the game believing that our three best players are the receivers. We have to basically spread the ball around, believe in the run game, and do these things, which just makes it horrible considering that we have not even attempted to give Terry the ball consistently in the beginning of the game. So, but go on from there. Exactly. But that's basically what he said.
When your best player on the entire football team just so happens to be a receiver, you idiot. And you paid him basically $24 million a year, you idiot. Curtis Samuel's making $14 a year, you idiot. You spent the 16th pick on Jahan Dotson, you idiot. So of course, your three best players needs to get the ball. You know, I believe Gibby's better than two of them, and I believe Gibby's the second best player in the offense. But it doesn't matter because now he's not making $14 million a year. He's not a first round pick. That's stupid. We need to believe in the run game. The run game was actually working. You went away from it to try to do what? Exactly. Bro, so I don't want to hear nothing about no bad. Bro, this is what Ron does. He manipulates everyone. You know, well, this is what, no, you idiot. Because everything he says never matches up with the game thing. We want to be more balanced. You don't run the football. You don't. Even when the run game is working, you still won't run it. You just want to pass it.
And then when you pass it, you don't look at Terry.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's so frustrating.
And then what is JD doing? What was your whole point of giving him money, trying to get him back? Because we don't see JD unless it's in garbage time. So he was crying for JD for what?
Right.
Yeah. And you rush Logan back for him to get barely any targets.
Logan didn't get nothing. It's literally Curtis Samuel and Jahan Dotson. That's literally what they're going to. And those two are not your best players at all. That's
JD's
how
gotta be sick. JD's got to be sick right now. He could be on Buffalo right now. Imagine.
Eating.
Like, Ron Rivera, it's just Jack. What's that boy name? Dan not gonna fire him. Just not. And it's the same old stuff with Ron. He doesn't make no adjustments. Like fourth quarter, you say, okay, now I'm gonna throw it to Terry once the game's over.
Hey, that's an adjustment.
Really? Now you think to say, hey, I want to get my guy the ball.
It's so frustrating.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see the all 22 because I'm sure Terry was running wide.
So just actually, I may try to figure it out, but I can't. So I'm actually about to go out of town for work tomorrow, so I may not be able to do the all 22 tomorrow. Maybe I'll switch it to Friday night to do. I know it's later in the week, which sucks because we'd be kind of on to the next game, but we may go through the film on Friday night instead because I'd be gone the next 2 days. Skins of the game might be canceled this week too, but sorry guys.
Running wild. 6 receptions for 106.
All in the fourth quarter.
Tim, your thoughts real quick?
So, offensive line was abysmal this last week. I'm going to give them another week to see if they can improve. But, yeah, Trey Turner and Norwell both looked horrible. But we just were out of sync on the offensive line. I shared a play on my channel earlier where it's like, what are we doing? We just let 4 dudes run into the backfield, not even trying to tackle anybody. So that was just very odd. So the whole game was very weird as far as an offensive line standpoint. The secondary has been getting toasted the entire season. So I'm going to say they're the worst until actually, I lied. The linebackers are still worse somehow than them. But it's bad on all fronts. Not all fronts, but at least those few. As far as the coaching is concerned, do I need to get off of Ron's plan? Obviously, I was never really a Ron's plan guy.
No, he was.
It's because there's several times I've criticized them incredibly for moves they made. The draft, cutting Matt Ioannidis, cutting Eric Flowers. There's some moves I did like. I liked the Carson Wentz move. I liked trading back from 11 to 16. Just I didn't like who we got at 16. But so I was never really a Ron's plan type of guy. But now, like I was okay with Ron as the coach. But he's been the whole time he's been here. The same problem persists, which is he's too loyal to guys that he should not be loyal to. And for some reason, Sam Mills stayed the defensive line coach all the way until training camp. Why? Why was that move? Like, what in the world did you not see, like, were you seeing that you didn't see before that didn't make you fire him after the season last year, right? And even that takes too long. Jack Del Rio's clearly taking too long. Scott Turner's taking too long. And even though Scott Turner, of course, always has the built-in pass because he's had like 8 quarterbacks in 2 years. So now it's like, all right, is there 3? You only have 3 games with Carson Wentz. Is it going to take some time? Blah, blah, blah. So he still has that built-in excuse. So he's going to get – I understand why he would still be here even today. Jack Del Rio continues to do the same nonsense over and 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 over again for the last 2 years. And it's just frustrating to watch. So, yes, Ron Rivera's on a big-time hot seat. But as I said earlier, and I wanted to reiterate this for the Washington conversation, the Colts, they tie the Texans. They get Offered, skunked against the Jaguars, and yet somehow find a way to beat the Chiefs. This season, of course, is not over for us yet. Anything can happen, and all of you saying, oh, it's over, did not see that 4-game win streak we had last year out of nowhere. And then, of course, COVID hit, and all the injury, the nastiness, the craziness that happened toward the end of that year, or last year. We're a second half football team in general. We're a second half of the year football team. There's still a lot of season left. We could squeeze into the playoffs in a very weak NFC. There's still, quote unquote, hope here. We have a weak schedule. There's still a lot to
I'm sticking with 11-6.
I am very upset with how the last 2 games have gone. No ifs, ands, or buts. But there's still a lot of time to correct some things. I did like the corrections I saw on defense this last week. Hopefully that continues to get better, and maybe we can move on from Kendall, and maybe we can actually knock a ball out of somebody's hands. But the offense has got to clearly improve, and Carson Wentz has to improve. So hopefully the communication between Wentz and Scott Turner improves immensely over the next 2-3 weeks.
Hopefully we actually have a game plan going into an actual game and a plan of attack. There's no such thing as Ron's plan if he never had one. That's the problem. I'm still sticking with 11-6. I believe I lie to you not. We better not lose these next 3. On everything I love. You can't lose to Cooper Rush. You cannot lose to Ryan Tannehill. You can't. Justin Fields, that's my boy. You can't lose to him because this offensive line is trash and his defense sucks. You cannot lose these next 3. Period. You need to win all 3 of these. Especially, you got to win against Dallas. You do not want to go 0-2 in the division.
And be 1-3. Yeah.
And for whatever reason, we're supposedly wearing our black jerseys this Sunday. Magically. I thought we were supposed to wear that later on in the season. You only did that because fans don't want to come now. Idiots.
Well, it's a road game, but
maybe we should get the ball to 17. Oh, fun. This is the number that I threw out. Last year we were 3-1 when Terry went over 100 yards.
All right. Ask me very briefly because we gotta get to the Monday night game. I know Tim has to go ahead and go live soon. Mm-hmm. This ain't it. I'm sorry. I am not fully off the Ron Rivera bandwagon, but I am getting the hell off of it quick, fast, and hurry. I don't like what he's done. It's 3 years. It's the same crowd. Changing the culture. What changed, bruh? We're the same old Washington Redskins. You change the name, don't matter. We're still the same outfit. We're 14-19 with you in 2 years, and we're 1-2 right now, which means you're 15-21 as the head coach. Guess what Jay Gruden did his first 2 seasons? Yes, he won a division, second year. after a complete rebuild year the first year. Some of you did, but whatever. And Jay Gruden isn't even half of the coach that you're perceived to be, but none of my business.
And then the next year,
they won defense.
Well, yeah, and the next year they went 8-7-1. So he had 2 winning seasons in his first 3 seasons. Ron doesn't even have 1.
Well, and all you have is a playoff game against Tampa Bay that your jock start riding on to this day. I'm tired of it. I need you to change, bro. If they came in the playoffs this year, Scott, bye-bye. Jack, bye-bye. Ron, kick the door. Don't you come back no more. All right, let's go ahead and get this Monday night game. I won't do a whole breakdown, but you gotta go live, Tim. So who win this game? We'll get power rankings at that. We'll get up out of here. Who's winning this game tonight?
Giants.
Tim? You muted. Tim. Muted. Tim. You're muted.
I got the Cowboys.
You a sellout.
I got the Cowboys.
You a sellout. You're not a real fan. Take that stuff from behind your wall and put Dallas up to you. Sellout. You won't bet nothing.
I'll bet
whatever you want. Give me the G-Man.
$10 right now.
$10. Sounds good.
No problem.
$10 on the Cowboys.
I got 10 on my New York Football Giants.
Somebody going 3-0 tonight. The name is New York.
Daniel Mahomes.
Daniel
Mahomes. All right, you went too far now.
Dude, they just beat the Chiefs. I mean, not the Chiefs, sorry, the Bengals, rather. The Cowboys did. I think it's actually a blessing that they don't have Dak Prescott, because Prescott sucks, but they don't know it. Meanwhile, they know Cooper Rush sucks, so they're handing the football off to their 2 best players, Zeke Elliott and Tony Pollard, and they're starting to run the football, and they're playing power O. They're trying to win the line of scrimmage. That defense is better than the Giants' defense. Daniel Jones is going to be on his butt several times. They're not good. The Giants are, and the Cowboys actually do have some talent, and they're going to beat them.
Taking the G-Man.
Say. That's who I believe in.
Saquon.
I need him and Zeke to combine. Go ahead.
Power rankings. Got Tim.
All right. My top 5 power rankings are as follows. I still have Buffalo at number 1, even with the loss. As I said, I don't know how they lost. It was crazy. Division rivalry. They're on the road. Things happen. They completely had twice as many yards as the Miami Dolphins. They stifled Tyreek Hill to only 33 yards, which will probably be the lowest he has all year. They still don't even have Tre'Davious White back yet, if I'm correct on that.
Yeah, he's not back yet.
Yeah, so that team is still the number 1, even with a loss. But I will put Miami at 2, because they did beat the number 1, but I don't think they're actually the better team. I'll put Miami at number 2, because they are 3-0. I'll put the Eagles at number 3. They're 3-0. They're looking strong, and I like their game plan. I like how they're using all of their weapons. They have tons of great players on that team. I'll put Eagles at number 3. Then this is, I guess, where it gets a little bit strange. After this point, I have the 2 3-0 teams. I'm gonna go with the Ravens at number 4. Ravens number 4. And then let's do Rams at number 5 with a question mark.
Question mark. It's an asterisk.
I don't know. I don't believe in their offensive line, and they nearly lost it to Atlanta at the end of the game in horrible fashion. But they are 2-1. Their only loss are against the number 1 team in the league, in my opinion. So I got the Rams at number 5.
Buffalo, no, heck no. Give me my man 2 at the 1. Give me Lamar at the 2. Give me Rams at 3. Rams at 3. I'm gonna take The Bills at the 4. I'm sticking with my team.
Washington at 5.
Yep.
You mean your team Atlanta at 5? Is that
No.
what
Let me not give it up with my team, bro. I told y'all, I don't care if we 0-8. I'm screaming NFC Championship to the top of my lungs.
Until it's impossible. All right. I have a new number one right now for this week. Is the Miami Dolphins. They did beat the number 1 team. So I'm going to go ahead and give them their crown for this week. It's not going to last long. Buffalo 2. Eagles 3. I definitely picked the Eagles. They've done some good things as well. Rams 4. I'm going to say Ravens 5.
All right.
So that's going to do it for us, man. Thank you for watching the JTP and Uncut YouTube show. The best debate show on YouTube, no cap. What is undisputed? What's the first take? What's the first things first? What's the Chris Broussard? What's the Stephen A? We don't know who those guys are. We got the GOATs in the building, Tim and Jeris. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe to all of our individual channels, 10 Sports Talk, Jeris' Corner, and my own channel, the Protech Sports Network. Also, shameless plug. Just dropped the vlog for the Week 3 game, Eagles Commanders. Please go watch that. Also, Tim's dropped some new content. He'll be live streaming right after this, so go ahead and check out his live stream right after this. And Jeris is always dropping the most controversial videos on YouTube. And guys, be easy. Have a great one. Stay blessed. Stay healthy. Stay safe. And we'll catch you guys as soon as we can. We can't give you a scheduled time for our next episode. We'll catch you guys as soon as we can. Till next time. Peace.
Peace.